Hey, Basket Brains, Kirby here, aka Darkwing Disc, and welcome to episode 12 of the K.O Disc Golf Show. This is episode 12. It is the Butterfree episode. Famous players to wear number 12: Tom Brady, Terry Bradshaw, Jim Kelly, Aaron Rodgers, Dusty Baker. Currently on the Red Sox, it is Connor Wong. Let me see that Wong. Also, Mark Bellhorn from the 2004 World Series team, one of my favorite second basemen of all time as well. Thank you to the sponsors of this episode, DISCMANIA Discs and AGL Discs. Ollie, how was your week, bud?
It was good. It was really good. Got to go, was balancing work and the tournament, but awesome weather and yeah, it was a busy but good weekend. Roxy's older sibling was in town as well, so got to hang out with them and have a little like cooler week, like a little off the disc golf, a little more gaming.
Nice.
We
What game
got this
did you play?
we got this game on Steam on our PCs called we did like a whole LAN party again where we brought the PCs in and it was called Project Zomboid and it's like a third person like survival game and it's super fun. Like you build your person, you have to like give them all these attributes. So like it was just really really fun and then you were like going around to these like cities and stuff like trying to like gather and scavenge stuff and then like drive back and like find cars and drive back to like our base and it was like I remember we were playing and it was my first time and I remember looking down at the clock and it was like 5 a.m. and I was like I need to go home. Like
That's
so
awesome.
really good times just like kind of chiller and then yeah, I had the SeaTac Showdown. It was great.
Nice. Yeah, it was great seeing you out there this weekend. Yeah, my week was pretty good. My wife and I went to an escape room last
Ooh.
night. That was really fun. This is the second escape room that her and I have done. The first one we did not do very well in, but we went to like a 4 out of 5 puzzle or 4 out of 5 like difficulty rating, and it was like way too difficult for us. So this one was 2 out of 5. We figured out like most of the puzzles. Like there was like a math equation at the end that both of us looked at and we're like, I don't know what to do with this. And I was like, I figured out what like A and B and D equal. I was like, but that doesn't correlate to like these buttons over here. So like, I don't know what's going on. So we did really well up until that point. We needed a little help at the end to kind of get us over the finish line, but it's really fun, good time. It was a like mad scientist thing. Like we saved the world, no big deal, you know.
Let's go.
Yeah, no.
Let's go. I've
Uh,
only done a escape room one time. I don't know what the difficulty was, but I feel like I kind of cheated because one of my friends was like, he seemed like too good at it. Like there
oh,
was like one of
you?
those things where like he looked at this whiteboard and just instantly like erased it and like the actual like thing popped up and I was just like, what? How did you know to do that? He's like,
No,
I was like, no, no.
nah, no
So
way.
I definitely want to try it again. Maybe do one with Roxy would be fun. So
Yeah,
that was
yeah. It's a good time. I mean, her and I are so funny when it comes to it because as soon as we walk in, we're like, this has hinges, this might open, this might do this. And then, like, I'm just my natural, like, I'm just opening drawers and finding stuff. So I'm like, I found cords, I found this, I found that. And I'm just like giving her stuff. And she's so smart when it comes to puzzles that she, like, looks at this thing and, like, figures out where all these cords go. And I was like, well, I don't know about this other one. She goes, hey, you just change the paper and it matches. And I was like, I never even would have thought of that. Yeah, sure. So
I'm a big never would have thought of that. Like I'll be standing there and I'll just be like, I'll
yeah,
like have everything. I'll be like, what? Like just
yeah,
standing there, kind of like really confused with some of those puzzles.
yeah. I like just gathering the items and kind of being like, here, solve. You're smart. um, but besides that, we did the SeaTac Showdown. It was our first tournament at SeaTac. It was a lot of fun. I won MPO, so that felt really good. We're gonna go through the winners of the SeaTac Showdown real quick, and then kind of talk about just the day in general. So, like I mentioned, I came in first place. It was a really great battle with Shine Sanderson. I haven't played with him before, but the guy's like silky smooth and just like wasn't missing fairways. And the one time that he did mess up, I definitely took advantage. So, but really, he's just an absolute pleasure to play with. Danny Arouse, Daniel Glass, and Timothy Tankley all came in third place, tied with the three of them. So that was really
Mm.
cool, and I played with all of them throughout the day. So Robert Lawson came in first place in MP40. Ming Vang came in first place in MP50. He came by the shop today and hung out for a little bit, and got to chat with him. And he's such a great dude. So um, Steve Bell won MP60. Looks like he narrowly edged out Don Clark. MA1 was won by Mark Davis, and Mr. Oliver DePina took second place. Nice job there. David Carpenter won MA40. John Johnson won MA50. My boy Chuck Knudsen took down your boy Michael Go and MA60, which we have to have this kind of like battle of the GOAT talk. I'm going to finish doing these awards, but you and I are going to have to talk
Yeah.
about that. Sure. Corey Parker, shout out to the Box Squad member Corey Parker, won MA2. Awesome to see that. Was that his first win?
First one in MA2.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah.
He'll probably be moving up to MA1 pretty soon, then I imagine. MA3 was won by Douglas Elijah, and one of my clients, Brian Spain, who I've worked a lot with, came in second in MA3, which is great to see because I know he's been working really hard to kind of get his game up to speed. Jojo Nybar came in a tie for seventh place. He's on our Box Squad Junior team, so really, really great for him. He was playing MA4 like 3 months ago, so he's taking huge leaps, which is cool. And then Daniel Walters won MA4 for the SeaTac Showdown. So congratulations to all the winners. It ended up being like a really beautiful day out there. The weather held up pretty much throughout the entire time. How was your experience? Like, what did you think of the day?
Oh, I really love SeaTac. Like I say, North Park's like my home course, but I probably have played the most rounds at SeaTac. Like, I think it's just where like the consensus where all my friends want to go play. Like, I think in my opinion, if I have a lone quick round or something, like I'm gonna go drive down there and play because it's kind of like I call it my dojo where I just get better there. So when it comes to tournaments, I feel like I do pretty well there. Um, I really enjoy like there's something about like I don't trust too many flippy discs on many other courses, but some reason like when I get to SeaTac, there's like something about like a flippier disc that I'm able to hyzer flip and just like really carve the lines that I'm looking for, and like it works out a lot better. I feel like for me. I also like feel like I slowed down my game, especially in the first round. I was using like this like lighter weight alpaca, and just kind of like placement shot, placement shot, placement shot. I was like, wow, this was worked out pretty well, and I just missed some putts, but I was really like giving myself so many opportunities. And I shot -1 the first round,
Nice.
and then, but I was felt good about it, but I was like, I just felt good that I was in a position to attack for the next one, and then it was getting pretty hot. I got down to -4 or neg 4, I believe, and then got down to the end, and I took a bogey, and because I was running a pretty long putt trying to force a play off because it was going down to the last like 4 holes. We were tied, and got a Mark Davis got a really good we were battling, and it was really fun competing, and I was able to take away but I lost the lightweight alpaca before I go on. I lost that lightweight alpaca that
You,
first round. Yeah, and so that second round, I was like, oh, I like was in my car sitting there. I called my friend Gabe. It was his birthday during that, so I was calling him during the halftime. Shout out to him. And I was like, yeah, I just threw this alpaca, and I looked in my bag, and I was like, it's not there. And I just was like, at the point where I was having such a good day and feeling really good, where I was like, I can't let this become like an issue. I'm going to just forget about it. Like that game plan's gone. I was like, I have putters I can throw. I have other discs I could throw. And I was like, I guess this is just maybe my sign to take the training. I was like, just go for it, I guess, a little more with some of the discs. Um, that was unfortunate. It did get found today,
okay.
and someone texted it, and they returned it to it's at Chain Bangers right now, and so I'm
Okay.
gonna go get that
So,
tomorrow.
I mean, I don't know, man. Should we start like Alpaca Gate and like see what happened there? You know, like what happened to this disc, huh?
I don't know, dude. I was like, I remember the last time I threw it. I remember like having it, and then it was just gone, and I was like, what is going on? And then I was looking around a little bit, and yeah, so
To
that
be
was a bit of a bummer, but I just try to not let it get me too down, and
Yeah. To be fair, as if I'm gonna crack open Alpaca Gate like wide open as soon as I started it. Uh, I feel like you're actually kind of known for leaving specifically putters on the course. Like when I saw you in the middle of that first round, what did I say? Hey man, you left down the fairway there, and you're like, oh yeah, I'll get it when I my way down there. And I was like, you're not. That's not your shot. You're like, no. Okay, bro. Like, I was like, what's going on here? So
uh,
I guess that's just like a thing you do. So I'm not gonna doubt the fact that you probably just like left it on a hole. Like you
No,
probably got
100%.
and just took off, you know.
No,
So
100%. Yeah, I do that a lot. Roxy wasn't here at this tournament. Usually she's kind of like just following behind me, like grabbing anything I drop.
she's in there
Uh,
like
I
doing
was
a
really proud of myself. My phone dropped out of my bag a few times, and I was like so quick to just be like, "Oh, that's my phone." Grab that out. So we're good. Hey, we're good. No
chill.
phones lost.
All right,
Um,
let's get into our MA60 goat talk, dude. Chuck Nudson's my guy. Oh my goodness, he listens to a lot of these episodes, so I wouldn't be surprised if he messages me and says thanks for the shout out or
that's
something.
what's up.
He is one of the nicest guys. I met Chuck when we were doing one of those Gold Park kind of weeklies. I was like fortunate enough to get him as my partner, and the guy carves up fairways. He knows exactly like what he's doing with the disc. He's throwing really straight. He's throwing. He's awesome. He also always wears a Baka Bak hat to the point where he wore this hat to the point of like where Brian and I were like, bro, like we're gonna get you a new hat because that one is like you need to retire that hat. And we're gonna get you this new one. He's the man. Chuck Knudsen, my goat of MA60.
And then my go, Michael Go, I met him at one of the very first, met him at my very first tournament I did, and this was like a month into me learning what disc golf was, learning really, not really having any frisbee experience. MA4, Michael Go beat me by 9 strokes at the Ace Run layout at Lakewood, and I just remember being so there's like pictures of me just like super big smile, but every single time I saw him that day and then moving forward other tournaments is just like, let's go, Michael, go. And I'd just be like every single time I'd just be like screaming. I was like I was like just like I don't know, dude that gives me a big smile on my face. And I remember seeing him again at Lakewood playing, and so we've chatted and we've seen each other, and he's been someone that's been a part of my disc golf journey literally since like the beginning. So that's my go, Michael Go. Big smile on my face. Let's go, Michael Go.
I also really love Michael Go. Guy's awesome. Chuck Nudson's like my boy. So Michael Go, awesome. Also, great guy, great person. All right, moving right along, we're going to get into our BC Open preview. Ollie and I will both be heading out. We'll be heading north of the border, going to Vancouver this week, specifically Surrey, actually. I think my Airbnb is actually in Surrey. BC Open preview. I went and I watched last year's coverage on Parks Pro. If you are curious about the courses and kind of what's going on there, I highly recommend those. Parks Pro, those guys were so awesome last year. I was on coverage for the second and the third round, and they could not have been nicer to me to the point where I still kind of chat with one of the guys here and there. We'll send a few messages. I even commented on their video the other day. I was like, yo, so pumped for 2024. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah. But my takeaways from watching the coverage of it from Raptors Knoll is there's a lot of par fours and par fives. There's 2 par fives to be specific and a bunch of par fours. And they're all like pretty tricky, and you really kind of got to know like your landing zone. Hole 5, which is the first of the par fives, that's I think it's actually pretty eagleable if we play from the blue pad, which we did last year. The year before that, we played from the gold pad. Everything else on the course is all from the gold pads. But the gold pad there took so long, and there was such like a backup, and where the gold pad is and where hole 4's basket is, they're really close to each other, where a lot of tee shots kind of come in where people are kind of hanging out there. So I think that was one of the reasons why they moved it. And when they moved it to the blue, I think like on the lead card last year, we had like 3 eagles and a birdie hole. Like it's pretty eagleable. It's so eagleable. Like I'm going forehand off the tee, and I don't have like a booming forehand, and I can go forehand off the tee and just throw like a pretty good backhand and get myself within like circle 2, circle 1 kind of thing on it. So if they do keep that a par 5, I haven't looked at the caddy book or anything like that, to be honest. Actually, I just watched the coverage from last year, and I know the course well.
I recently watched that coverage and watched it from like round 1 and on, and even in round 1 when you're not on the coverage, it just shows like when they're showing the score updates like Kirby Snyder, and it's like you're just I was like, let's go.
Yeah.
Like it's hype. So definitely take a peek and watch that. Amazing job in the coverage. Maybe my favorite thing about any of the any of the coverages, they do the little stat cards. I love the little
Mm-hmm.
stat cards. I think those are
Yeah,
fun.
that
They,
was that was so intimidating when they came out because, and this is not like anything against them in any way. They came up like right before, like I don't know, maybe like 15 minutes before my round, like round two started, and they're like, "Hey, so we do this thing with like a stat card. They're like, do you want to tell us like how good you are at everything?" And I was, "Oh, you know what? You guys nailed it." And I was like, "It's good," and I just like walked away, kind of thing. And then I looked at it later, and I was like, "Oh, I probably should have taken like a bunch of points off of forehand and like added them to backhand."
ah,
I think there's like adjustments that could have been made there, but all in all, I was pretty happy. It's cool to see that kind of thing. I definitely like to cheese it up, like the third round where I did that like thing. That was I love doing that. So if I get the opportunity to get on a camera and they want to do that again, like I'll be busting something silly out. So if anybody has any suggestions for silly shit I can do in front of the camera, like let me know. Like shout it out in the comments below because like I'll do it. I don't care. We got to make
we gotta look at some Formula One poses. There's some really good ones. Like there's
okay.
some really good poses we could look at.
Yeah, I'll hit like a putt. I'll turn around and like I don't know, like I don't know, but I don't
I
know what
don't.
road. So
Oh, I guess we'll be at different courses, different days. I was gonna say, is there? I wonder, but a chance of like caddying or something for that. But
I don't know. I bet we're gonna be different courses.
because I'm B pool, you're A pool.
Yeah. And then Campbell Valley, a lot of people call it the horsey coursey. Um, not my favorite course, but it is like big. It's pretty wide open. Throwing far is definitely a benefit. This is the kind of course where if you're throwing like an overstable, like an FD3 or a Firebird or something kind of in that nature, and you're able to kind of like really dial that kind of disc down, I think Campbell Valley could be pretty achievable and like can be pretty scoreable for you. There's a bunch of holes that if you are throwing like I don't know 3 to 350 pretty accurately with like that kind of sharp hyzer, like a really straight shot with like a mid range or something like that. I think there's a lot of scoreable holes. And then on some of the bigger holes, there is some like tight landing zones and some really like specific landing zones that you got to kind of push and enter. And then once you get to those, I think that those are also scoreable, but getting to those landing zones is pretty difficult. And there's lots of OB and there's way more par threes that I remember on that one. So
Hmm. Okay.
yeah,
I'm
uh,
excited to get out there and like check that course out and kind of get that like game plan dialed because
yeah,
I like I like those like 300-foot like hyzery kind of like shots with the Firebird. Like that's exactly what I like to throw. So
totally.
it'd be cool.
Yeah, some of the OB is like pretty sneaky and
Yeah.
pretty brutal and there's definitely a few shots that I'm going to be playing like so far away from the B that it's going to be like almost impossible for me to birdie. But there
Hmm.
are the holes that I don't mind taking pars on because I don't think a lot of other people are going to be birdieing them as much. So
Yeah.
I think staying safe out there, especially in like the MA1, MA2 division, just taking your par and not taking like bogeys and double bogeys out there, I think that'll go a long way. So, all right, moving right along we are going to jump into a new segment that we're going to try, and this is going to be a trivia game. So I came up with 5 questions to ask Ollie, and next week Ollie will come up with 5 questions to ask me, and we'll kind of trade this back and forth. And the subject is going to vary week to week. This week I found 5 questions based off of AGL discs. I feel like we should probably keep it mostly disc golf related, but at the same time, like I know we're kind of getting to know each other pretty well, and we kind of know what the other person, kind of has a little like has a good idea of. So,
That's
uh,
actually something pretty cool too. Someone brought up to me at the SeaTac Showdown. They're like, uh I've been loving the shows and stuff because like I don't really we don't talk that much or anything like that, but you're someone I see and stuff like that. But it's like I've gotten to know he's like, Ollie, I've gotten to like know you from watching this, and it's like really cool to like kind of like build that friendship just from like watching. He's like hearing about like you doing LAN parties and you doing like liking F1 and stuff. He's like it was pretty cool feedback to hear. So these kind of things I feel like are really fun and enjoyable. It was Christian Blakely, so shout out to him.
nice, that's great. Yeah. So yeah, this is something we're gonna try. Let us know if you like this segment or not, and again, let us know if you have any other segment ideas because we're totally open to kind of trying all kinds of new stuff on here. So, like I said, I have 5 AGL questions for you, Ollie. Sorry, I just stepped on my cat's paw. I didn't realize he was napping. I'm sorry, bud. Okay, so Ollie, my first question for you is, what year did AGL start?
Oh,
I pulled all of these questions off of their website just for the
I
record.
know this one is pretty. This one should be pretty easy. I think it was 2003.
I found 2011 on their website.
Oh, that is so off.
Yeah,
Maybe 2013 is what I had in mind.
yeah, I
Oh,
found 2011. Okay, so
okay.
you're
Well, we're okay. We're off to a little slow start.
yeah, it's all right. Okay, um, sticking with well, okay, we'll move on to this one. What are the flight numbers of a baobab?
Uh, 4203.
It is a 40
Oh, 40.
3.
40 positive 13.
Yeah, it's a beefy boy with no glide.
All right, we're
All right.
close. I like to throw that. I
Yeah.
have two of them, so
Yeah. Okay, next question. This is kind of a silly one, but who is the warehouse manager?
Josh.
Oh, that's
No?
not what it says.
Oh, I don't. That's the owner. Oh, I
It's
don't know who the warehouse manager then would be.
it's his daughter, the 11-year-old Ava.
Oh, Ava. Oh, shout out to Ava and shout out to Josh.
All over the website, bro.
If you follow Josh on Facebook, you'll get some amazing dad jokes that he tells to Ava. So if you are, they're just so good in my opinion.
I'm down,
I'm a big fan.
I'm down for it. All right. Okay, so you're over 3, man.
I'll take a half point on that one.
Yeah, these next two
Point
are
two.
what's that?
No, that.
Yeah, these next two are definitely going to be, I think, a little more challenging, but you might nail them. So, what was the first AGL disc?
The Mac. Oh, the the Magnolia.
It was the
No, Sycamore.
Cypress.
Oh, Cypress was the
Cy-
first one.
Cypress. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. And then for your fifth question, what are the flight numbers?
so okay, I could maybe get 2 points for this one because
Okay.
when it first came out, it came out with a 12404, and then it got re-released as a 12. Maybe the 12 might be off, but like 12, like 4 or 5 neg two or two neg 22.
Yeah,
It's
it's
yeah.
12.5 neg 22. I did see like 12.503 or something like that on a
Oh,
few.
it might have been a '03 then. Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's like one of those more stable. It was originally released as like a stable disc. I didn't realize it was the first one.
yeah. I was looking for 12.5 negative 22. I'll give you that one. I'll count it because that seems like you were pretty close to it. So nice job there.
Well,
Yeah, one
well,
for four. I mean, not too bad. Hopefully, everybody here learned a little something about AGL discs in the process.
I
So
know I did a little bit,
there you go.
but
And
I love AGL.
yeah,
Some of the numbers were off. That was good though. I feel like that.
yeah. And if you have any questions, refer to Ava in the warehouse.
Yeah,
So
I'm excited to get some questions for you. This helped me with some like
yeah,
ideas for those kind of questions.
for
But I
sure.
think I had yeah.
All right, and then moving right along, we're going to get into this week's draft. I forgot to set up a poll for last week, so my bad. Ollie, you can have the first or second and third pick if you want it. This week we are doing the G draft. We're doing just all words that start with the letter G. My list doesn't feel amazing. Like I have a bunch of like random things that could be something cool, or this could be like, what the hell were you thinking? So, like, do you want the first pick or you want the second and third pick?
I think I want the first pick, but I don't think it's like
I don't have a unanimous one overall. So I mean,
I have something that I love and I've always loved and I love forever. So I
okay,
think it's like what I'm going to do. Well, love forever. I mean, yeah, I think so. But my number one will be Gaming.
Gaming. Okay.
We love gaming. So like whether
Yeah.
that's I just got a new Kirby game on my Switch. I've been playing Valorant with my friends on my Xbox on the closed console beta. I play League of Legends like a lot, like at night with some of
Mhm.
my best friends, Connor, and play with Roxy. Um, Gaming, love it.
Nice. Yeah, I had game on my list for sure. I think for my first pick, I'm gonna go with garlic. Uh,
Oh, I wasn't sure if you were gonna do that one. I
I
love garlic. That was like top of my list, honestly.
Garlic's great. Garlic aioli, roasted garlic, garlic bread, all of it. Just absolutely awesome. Garlic sauce, like. So garlic's my first pick, and then for my second pick, I'm gonna pick golf.
Oh,
Uh,
that's good. And I'm really glad you missed this one because I was like, I it kind of just popped in my head because some of these are hard, but golf
yeah,
is a great one. Golf
yeah,
is great.
golf. I mean, we disc golf, not exactly the same thing, but what we do, is kind of like the base of like it's a derivative of it. Golf is a great game, great sport, super fun. So golf, yeah,
I always hit up whenever I hit up people, I'm like, you golfing today? So
yeah,
yeah.
totally.
All right, so I get the next two picks, and I'm very excited. I kind of fumbled this, I guess, with maybe my first pick. Another thing that I love, but I'm glad I got it. The Giants,
Okay,
from New York. The Giants from New York.
yeah, all right.
I love them. They're like my favorite sports team of all time. Eli Manning is my favorite athlete. Um, yeah, 100% gotta go with the Giants. Like I love, love, love them. And then with my next pick, I think I got another great banger. Griffey, the
Oh,
kid.
that is a good.
Come on, give it to
Yeah,
me.
that is a good one.
I love him. The boy.
Griffey Jr. You going for his pops or?
I'll go Griffey Jr.
Yeah, I was like, come on, bro. I mean, no disrespect to his pops, because
But I was hoping Griffey just got the
oh, you're just going for the whole family. Take all right. So I have the what is that? One, two, three, four, five. I have the 6 and 7 pick here. For the sixth pick, I'm gonna pick. Oh my god! There's like Snicks is shedding so bad all over me right now. I'm going to pick. Kind of weird. I'm gonna pick goat cheese. Love me some goat cheese. Think that's a great one.
Okay.
Whether it's like that soft chev stuff or it's like nice like goat cheddar or something like that. That's awesome. And then my last pick is definitely for this is a for me pick, and I'm gonna pick the green Power Ranger.
Not Green Lantern?
No, I'm Green Power Ranger.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, definitely a Power Ranger fan, like through and through. Like at one point on the show, I actually have like a Green Power Ranger like hoodie that I wore on the show. Yeah, no,
Sick.
yeah,
Okay.
that's where I'm at. So my list is garlic, golf, goat cheese, and green Power Ranger.
And with the last pick, so I have Gaming, Giants, and Griffey Jr. We'll just preference. And then with the last one, something I had this weekend that I really love, a good old Euro.
Oh,
Like, yeah,
yeah,
I love Euros. I think they're delicious. I had, yeah, I think that was kind of like, I was like, kind of took me for a second. Or you could even, same word, gyroplast from
Hero. Yeah,
MVP.
yeah, yeah.
But I'm going with Euros, so that's my pick. And I enjoy Euros. Had it this weekend. I think G was kind of hard. There was a couple good, like, proper, like, names and stuff like that. But, I mean, there's, like, things like great, maybe, like, uh,
Yeah.
but, like, there's some odd ones that were just, like, popping in mind, like grip for some reason, like a disc or something. But, like, I'm like, that is not a top four. And then, like, I did talk to someone at work today, and I was like, would Google be a really bad answer? He's like, yeah, if you're a nerd.
Yeah. I had Gaines, I had Groove, I had Giggle, and I had Gucci as kind of.
Oh, Gucci's great.
That
Gucci Gold.
yeah. Oh, I didn't have gold. Yeah, those are good honorable mentions though. Yeah. Gaines was my silly one. I was like, I don't know, that's not really me necessarily.
Gains. Yeah, I'm all about the gains.
Yeah, that's right. Look at
Hey,
those.
we're up like 8.5 pounds on the year, so stay with the progress, y'all.
There you
We're
go.
we're getting up.
There you go.
Um, yeah. To end, got a little quote from Tom Brady, number 12, episode 12. It's been really fun and really great doing these. I love talking to people at tournaments, and I just think like going up and to BC is going to be awesome and having some opportunities up there to do some stuff for this. So, but to end with Tom Brady, when you lose, talk little. When you win, talk less. All right, y'all. Aim high, shoot low, and we'll see you next week for episode 13.
Yeah.